Voted Atrioc in my state primary today because Atrioc, America needs ray tracing. Holy shit, you did. I can read this. You guys know I can read Hangul, right? This says, Kane Gain Sontak. I don't know what it means, but I can read it. Gain Sontak. I mean, like, damn. That's very cultured of me. I just don't know what it means. It means personal choice. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I lived in Korea. If you guys don't know, I lived in Korea for 8 months. Seoul. It was one of the most fun times ever. Oh! Seoul is a fun fucking city. I probably have not. Have I told this story? I turned 21 in Seoul, and I did 21 shots. And now I can't even sniff Jack Daniels without wanting to throw up. How am I alive? Yeah, I told you. Yeah. Okay, so I did 21. It was this bar in Seoul that if you could show your ID and you were a non-Korean, like a foreigner, they would call them there, and you could prove it was your birthday, they would give you a handle of one of these cheap liquors. And I picked Jack Daniels, and I got a handle. And then all my friends there were like, you should do 21 shots. And I was like, yeah, of course, I could do that. And then when they poured them all out in shot glasses in a row, I realized, oh, this is not going to be fun. And so I did the first 11 while everyone was cheering. So everyone was like going, yeah, do it. And I'm like, shot. By the 11th one, I realized I'm going to throw up right here. I feel terrible. This is no good. So they took the other 10 and they poured them in a cup and made me chug the cup. But the reason I did it was because there was a girl there, a very cute girl, who I was trying to impress. Very cute. You guys understand, like, cute. And I wanted to impress her. And she was at my birthday. She was also an exchange student. And she was at the dorm we all lived in at Korea University. And I was like, she came to this party. And I'm like, I don't want her to think I'm a puss. So I want to impress her. So I do all of the drinking. And the second, and again, I remember nothing from the night since I put that cup to my lips. When I put the cup to my lips, the night is now, the rest of it's black. Everything that I know about the rest of it is what I've been told from my roommate who got me back home safely. But apparently, one of the first things I did was try to dance with this girl. And what, oh, fuck, everything's fine. I'm not drunk right now. Yeah, I had fucking 11 shots, okay? Just before the stream, just to kick the edge off. So I tried to dance with her. This is all secondhand story. So again, my roommate Diego told me this. I tried to dance with her, and apparently my move was I kept picking her up and spinning her around. Like, just like spinning. Like not dancing at all. And like maybe one time that's funny, but apparently like I did it a bunch of times. Like I would go around the party and then when I would run back into her again and I'm like, let's dance. And I would just pick her up and spin her. Did I ever date this girl? No. In fact, after this night, we really never really hit it off, if you could believe it. After this night, it was kind of awkward when I ran into her at all the other student events. How did you not vomit? I vomited. No, I absolutely vomited, to be quite clear. But apparently the whole night at the bar, I was spinning her around. I was talking to people. I was obviously drunk. I was loud. And again, this is one of the first things I did. We didn't get there that late. I did 21 shots right off the rip. So everyone else was having fun, and I've lost control 10 minutes in. I remember one story that Diego told me was that about, let's say 45 minutes into this party, I realize I'm feeling bad. I need to go to the bathroom. And I tell Diego that I need to go to the bathroom. And the bathroom, maybe this is later. This is probably 2 hours in. This because it was dark. This is later in the night. This bar, so all the buildings are kind of tall and everything's kind of cramped, all right? This bar, you had to go out this back door and up a very, very, very long flight of stairs to where the bathroom was. And so when you're that drunk, a huge flight of stairs is very intimidating. And apparently I dragged my roommate Diego and I was like, Diego, I need help. I need help to get to this bathroom. Okay? So the way he tells the story is that he spent 20 minutes stepping me up the stairs step by step, and I'm like falling, I'm like stumbling, and I'm just like, oh, Diego, get me there. Get me to the bathroom. And then when I got there, he said, no joke, you perked up just because you were there. You got really happy and said, I don't even have to go. Let's get out of here. Like, I got up to the top of the stairs, and I was like, yo, we made it. And then I'm like, all right, I don't have to go. So he fucking walks me back down. At that point, when I get back down, I believe is when the night starts to take a turn for the less fun. That's when I start to realize I'm very ill. The alcohol is way, way too much. It's taking a toll on my body. So we go outside, and I begin to vomit furiously. I vomit left. I vomit right. The key to the story is that he told me he could not get a taxi in Seoul to pick me up because I was so visibly drunk. They were certain I would throw up in their vehicle. No Seoul taxi. And again, I've taken a lot of taxis in Seoul. It's very easy to get a taxi in Seoul. The fact that they wouldn't pick me up is like a real fucking symbol that I was so visibly drunk. Apparently, we walked back with a number of friends. The major last piece of the story is that we get near the top of this hill, and I'm so drunk and like loud and belligerent and like just also miserable. And I shove this girl. And again, I feel very bad about this. I think trying to like pat her on the back, not shove her in an angry way. Again, no. And she was laughing about it. She's the one that told me this story. No, different girl. She was, no. Okay, hear me out. This girl was like carrying me, and I was like, it was like one shoulder on her arm, one shoulder on his. But like in my fucking jostling, I shoved this girl into a bush, and she like fell down into this bush. Now, she told the story laughing. No, not assault. Guys, it makes me uncomfortable just telling you a story. Right, let me share my story without feeling like you're going to fucking... She was fine with it, okay? I was just drunk, and she was being a good friend. But I was too drunk. And anyway, so the last thing I remember is I wake up. I wake up the next day, and it's weird because I feel good. I don't have a hangover. I wake up the next day. I think it's the morning. It's actually 4 p.m. And I have a big smile on my face, and I feel good. And I look over at Diego, and I'm like, yo, what happened last night? Like, did I throw up? And he gives me what I think is the very first Weird Champ. I think Diego's face was the pioneer of Weird Champ. I think he gave me the very first. I think he was the first person to really like isolate that. What the fuck are you saying, Atrioc? He shows me in the bathroom this giant trash bag full of vomit, which he has yet to throw out. I guess he just fucking passed out. And I'm surprised I couldn't smell it because we had a very small dorm. But when I got to the bathroom, it's vile. Also, the way the bathrooms work, I couldn't throw up in the toilet. So he had gotten me a bag. Basically a bag in a hamper. And I had fucking just vomited my lungs out. He then started regaling me with all the stories of the night. And my face went from a big smile to more of a frown. My face really fell the more he told me. But he was laughing about it. And I got a lot of jokes about it for the next 6 months I lived there. But to this day, I truly cannot sniff Jack Daniels without feeling sick. Other than that, story to studying abroad, yeah, I absolutely recommend studying abroad. It was a very, very fun time. Although I will say, if you go somewhere like Seoul or somewhere with a really different culture to your own, you will get homesick. I swear to God. I was having a good time in Korea. I like Korea. I came there because I also love StarCraft and wanted to learn about esports. So I had a great time in the school, and I also had a great time doing side stuff for esports. But at certain points, it was really dark because I just felt like very deeply, deeply homesick. Like I wanted to eat peanut butter and cheese. This is where I lived. Where? This is the university right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we were at the top of this hill. Yeah. Yeah. This big hill. And what I would do is I would skateboard. I would skateboard down this hill. And I thought I made myself so cool. I thought I was really sick. Because I would be like the foreign exchange student skateboarding around, you know? And it was fun. It was just really fun. I had a great time. But again, I at one point was just fucking deeply homesick. Also at one point, I haven't told you this story. I haven't told you this story, or have I? So, at one point, it was winter break or something, and all the exchange students went either on a trip to Japan, or they went home. They were all gone. Everyone goes home for the winter except for me and a couple other students, but mostly me, and I don't know any of them. They weren't part of my friend group, so they were all gone. And I realize that I have lost my debit card, and I have no money, and I can't take out any Korean won. So I have no dollars, no won, no debit card. I've got nothing. I literally have no money and no one really to go to. Like for like a week. Like there's a lot of time ahead of me, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how to feed myself. And I can't just walk around talking to people. Okay? So I go and I apply for a new debit card, and it's gonna be sent to the military base. The only place I can get a P.O. box is the American military base in Korea, in Seoul. So I would travel on skateboard for miles and miles and miles, and I would scam buses, and I would get on buses without paying. Maybe that's why they didn't like me. But not these buses. Just to get across town to get to the military base. And then I got to the military base, and the only thing I had on the military base, because the package hadn't arrived yet with my debit card, was a package from my mother. It was full to the brim of gummy bears, because they were living in Germany at the time. It was all different kinds of Haribo candy. It was just this big brown package full of Haribo candy, which normally would be the sickest treat. But unfortunately, it was the only thing I had to eat. So I took this back to my dorm room and I stared at it. Just gave it a stare down, dude. Just thinking about, what am I going to do here? But the hungrier I got, the more that gummy bear started to look good to me. So when my stomach started a rumbling, I started eating. And I survived. Not a week. A week would actually kill you. I survived 3 days off of water from the tap, the sink in my room, and candy. And I have never felt more terrible than day 3. Again, I was already a very skinny kid. So I ate just fucking gummy bear after gummy bear after gummy bear. I remember feeling fucking just drained and awful and sick. And eventually, after 3 days, I went back to the military base. The trek was so hard. And I got my debit card. And I about wept, dude. And I bought the most fucking bowl of bibimbap. I remember the fucking taste of fresh vegetables. That bibimbap is one of the best meals I've ever had. Would you have felt better if you just fasted? Probably. But again, I don't know. I was hungry. When I ate the gummy bears, I didn't feel hungry. I just felt sick. So it was a choice between feeling sick or feeling hungry. I didn't want to feel hungry. I've never gone more than a day without eating, right? Pretty much ever. I don't know. When would I have done that? Anyway, true story. Yeah, I felt terrible. And I told my mom that, and she felt so bad. So now, for at least a while, she would include other things in her. She always sends candy. That's her thing. She sends candy. She always sent, she added like fucking carrot sticks. Not carrots, but like, fruit, I don't know, just random shit. She would add like, peanuts. Like bags of peanuts and shit. So yeah, that's my Korea story.
Check it. Hey, people.